All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat number one. Zachary Price and Vern Spring are on the front row. Dean Buck and Brian Hewitt on the second row. Scott Snodgrass and Kirk Stankiewicz on the third row. Ryan McDaniel and Edmund Jones on the fourth row. Zachary Mead and David Lux round out the field. Becky, get your priorities straight. Racing is always first. Tell you what, Becky, tell him if he wins tonight, I will use his nickname. Has to win a feature. All right, folks, here we go. Pace car about to drop in, coming out of turn 4. Zachary Price, Vern Spring up front trying to win Heat 1. Who's it gonna be? Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. They are down and away at Southern National. That outside line definitely good off the turns, and Vern Spring takes advantage already to the lead. A little bit of bumping back behind. Edmund Jones in trouble. They are trying like crazy to get 3 wide out of turn 2. Vern has a little bit of ground ahead of Brian Hewitt, but Hewitt closing back in. Hewitt shoots it down to the inside. It's a drag race down the back straightaway, and it looks like Hewitt may take it. Vern still fighting back. Meanwhile, Zachary Price currently in third. Dean Bucket. Oh, we've got chaos in turn 2. Edmund Jones trying to regain ground. Just set the fastest lap so far. One car up in the wall. Zachary Mead is in the wall. And Dean Buck had problems getting to pit road. Oh, we've got another one around back behind. David Lux has a problem. Hewitt out front, Vern in second. Scott currently in third, Zachary Price in fourth, Kirk Stankiewicz in fifth. Edmund Jones, David Lux, Ryan McDaniel still on the track. Dazzy, how are you, buddy? And here we go. Brian Hewitt will get it done. He'll win Heat 1 at Southern National. Hey, good evening, online game hunter. Daz, thank you for the raid, buddy. All right, here we go. Heat number 2. Kyle McRicken, Martin, and Justin Schultz on the front row. McRicken does not make the field. John Brancaccio, Richard Young on the second row. David Lux, Bill Rabbits on the third. Gerald Poole, Harley Barlett on the fourth row. Riley Duncan and John Barry round out the field. And it looks like McRicken isn't going to make it. Everybody stacked up, ready to go one more time around. And just an interesting side note will be posted on Facebook, Instagram, and maybe shared on Twitter tomorrow. We actually took a video so you guys can actually see what it's like from my perspective trying to get a broadcast done. We'll get that posted later tonight or tomorrow. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag in the air. Heat 2 underway. John Brancaccio quickly to the lead. Gerald Thanos Poole has just flown through the field and is battling for second. Oh, big wreck out of turn 4. Richard Young hit like a ton of bricks. Riley Duncan in the lead after starting in 9th. Riley was hard charging last week and very dominant as Gerald Poole hit the wall. Looks like a few others caught up. It's chaos back behind. Riley has a 3.5 second lead and is walking away from Brancaccio. John Barry now up into 3rd. Marletta in 4th, David Lux in 5th. Three laps to go in Heat 2. Based on what we're seeing as Gerald pulls around again on the back straightaway, man, when we get to the feature here in a minute, things are really going to get wild. 2 to go. Bearing in mind they are doing these laps in 15 seconds. Hey, good evening, Buster Wrench, and thank you. And here we go, Riley Duncan, big lead, comes out of 4 and wins Heat 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what we have been waiting for here. The feature from Southern National, Richie Joplin and Jeremy Root on the front row. Brian Hewitt, Riley Duncan on the second row. Vern Spring and John Barry on the third row. Scott Snodgrass and Harley Barlett on the fourth row. Zachary Price and John Brancaccio round out the top 10. Edmund Jones in 11th, next to David Lux in 12th. Kirk Stankiewicz in 13th, Gerald Poole in 14th, David Lux, Bill Rabbits 15th and 16th, Ryan McDaniel in 17th, Justin Schultz starting in 18th, Zachary Mead in 19th, Richard Young in 20th, Dean Buck rounds out the 21-car field. McRecken does not take to the grid. How you doing tonight, Busta? Thank you so much for the raid, buddy. Jason, no comment at the moment. Ask me later. Richie Joplin in control. Jeremy Root getting the tires clean. Remember, this is a track that is very, very heavy in debris, both at the top and the bottom. Root getting some heat and brushing those tires off. Probably a wise move here as they come out of turn 4. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. The feature is underway at Southern National. Richie quickly secures the lead. Jeremy Root right behind. Brian Hewitt, Riley Duncan battle it out. And caution is out already. Trying to see if we can figure out what happened. Big mix in the big mix of cars. Oh! Wow. Yeah, a whole lot of bumping going there out of turn 4. The guys at the back, they just see it and were able to get low and avoid it, but Gerald, he couldn't. Busta, how'd you do? Dirt sprints at Lanier. Which sprint were you running? I love running sprints at Lanier. One of my favorite dirt track combos. Someday, hopefully, I'll be back to racing on a regular basis. Lights are out as we stack up and get ready to go racing once again. Pace car dives in. Richie in control. Green back in the air. Everybody already trying to fight and pick up a spot here, there, wherever. Already gets some 3 wide out of the back as Gerald tries to make his way back to the front. Wow. A lot of guys having problems out of turn 4. Turn 2 was the big problem during practice, but it seems like since we got to the feature, turn 4 has been the problem. Brian Hewitt is sideways. Caution is back out. Richard Young may have also caught a piece of it. We saw the incident with Brian. He goes off into the turn, the back end just steps out. The 14 of John Barry had nowhere to go. Richard Young was back behind all the chaos. Oh, he gets off into one. Several of them stomp the brakes and just slide up the track. Busta, I have to agree with you that the 360s get slick at Lanier very, very quickly. There's quite a few of those tracks where if you go less than half throttle, your car is snapping around on you. Jeremy Root did have the nose ahead when the caution came out. He is now at the front. Richie right behind. Here they come through 3 and 4. Pace car heads in. Green flag back in the air. Richie gets a better run up on the high side. Comes down and shuts the door. He shut it hard that time. John Barry managed to hold on to position, but Scott Snodgrass looking under. Edmund Jones tries to get to the top, a little contact with Barry. Barry holds on to it, but that bump from Edmund opened the door. Scott slides under. Top three for the moment staying single file. They are pulling away. The battle is really on. Back behind for fourth on back. Edmund Jones back in seventh. David Lux already up into eighth. Kirk Stankiewicz has pulled up into the top 10. Gerald Poole has fought back to 11th. Zachary Meade up into 12th. Justin Schultz and Bill Rowley. Cow, what a battle behind. Multiple cars involved. Caution is out. And it does seem like it's one of those nights where whoever I put the camera on is about to wreck. So we'll be a little bit more careful about that. There's Zachary Price in the 3 car. Already had some damage with the 55. Just got one heck of a run and got into him. Justin Schultz was battling almost 3 wide, and he just ends up, wow, Hewitt pushes him all the way down the wall. To Jeremy Root in the lead, Richie Joplin in second, Riley Duncan in third, Scott Snodgrass in fourth, and John Barry rounds out the top 5. David Lux now up 9 spots into 6th. Don't forget, folks, we do still have another race right after this one. They will put up the street stocks, unload the tour mods, and go at it again here at Southern National. Everybody stacked up, still 19 cars on the lead lap. Everybody still in the fight as the base car dives in. Green flag is back in the air. Looked like Gerald may have gotten out of line of the inside line, may have not gotten going as fast as the outside did. Riley Duncan comes under Richie, battling for second. Riley clears, takes second from Richie. Scott now in fourth, trying to pull back up on him. John Barry, David Lux. And now they're going to go 3 wide as Edmund goes to the bottom. That was a gutsy move, made it work. Edmund back up into the top 5 as he clears. Lux and Barry get together. A lot of door banging going out during the passes tonight. Harley Barletta surprisingly still back in 8th. Zachary Meade continuing his charge in the 53. He is now 10 spots into 9th, the biggest mover at the moment. Right behind him, the battle is really on, but more alarmingly, Ryan McDaniel currently in 10th, Brian Hewitt in 11th. And you know what happens when those two are close on track, chaos and anarchy. Jeremy Root still has the lead. Riley Duncan about a half second back. Richie Joplin losing ground. We've got one around on the front stretch. No caution. Looks like Richard Young was the car around. We did not see the caution. Let's see what he's still there. And now the caution will fly. I think the admins were hoping he'd get it turned around. There's Richard Young, and the same thing we mentioned earlier in the night, because this pit road is elevated from the bottom of the track. If your left sides touch that part, if they touch that banking to pit road, things go very wrong. You see the moment his left sides go up. Was a great save. That could have been a lot worse. Jeremy Root still out front, still in control. Riley Duncan was able to get to second place, but just was not able to close the gap on Root. Can Riley utilize that outside lane to make it happen? Jason, very true, buddy. Here we go. Pace car dives in. Green flag back in the air. Riley on it. Riley Duncan has the nose of 8 clears. Jeremy Root trying to hold on to second, but David Lux is on the march. Richie Joplin down to the inside. Root starting to look back to the inside on Duncan, but couldn't get there. Duncan shuts the door. Zachary Meade continuing his march to the front. Oh, Ryan is having problems. Ryan is hard in the wall. Caution. Let's see if we can see what happened with Ryan McDaniel. Looked like one heck of a hit. Looked like he got the wall on the back straightaway, did not get set into the turn, and bumped up the track, smacks the outside wall. And notice that right below him is Brian Hewitt. May have been a disturbance in the force from Hewitt that sent him up the track. It's just any time Brian and Ryan are within, let's say, 2 or 3 car lengths, chaos will happen. Joe Lux back on the lead lap. Ryan McDaniel had to go in for repairs. He is no longer on the lead lap. Lights are out. They stack up 1 to green. This time, Root is up top. That outside line has appeared to be the best for restarts here tonight. Can Root reclaim the lead? I think these two are going to go at it. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. 6 to go. Riley hammers it into turn 1. David Lux looks. Oh, Lux is loose. He holds on to it, but he's losing ground. Riley out front. Jeremy Root in second. Edmund Jones currently in third with a damaged car. Richie right on his bumper. David Lux back up to 5th. Root has a run. Riley got the wall. Side by side, out of turn 2. A little bit of door banging. Back into turn 3. Here we go. 3 to go. Root ahead for the moment. He does manage to clear Riley Duncan into the lead. Edmund sits behind in third. 2 to go. Root has the lead. Can Riley do anything with it? Oh, Riley gets the wall. Edmund may have a run. White flag one more time around. Jeremy Root is pulling away as they battle for second. Richie tried to get in the fight. It's going to be a photo finish for the second as Jeremy Root wins at Southern National. Riley Duncan coming home in second. Edmund finishes third and backwards. I don't know. Nothing surprises me anymore. Well, let's talk to our top 3, starting with Edmund. Edmund back on the podium tonight. One heck of a run, especially considering you didn't have your front bumper.
Really? When did I lose my front bumper? I had no idea.
We missed it, but yeah, when we looked at you about 4 to go, you had no front bumper.
It was probably when David Lux said, "Oh yeah, I have 0x." Yeah, we can't have that. He needs to have incident points, so try giving him a little bit there.
Well, you still, despite Lux, you still managed to come home on the podium. You got to be happy.
Yeah, I give it all the credit to No Talent for losing it on that restart.
Well, well, great job. Congratulations.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah. Edmund Jones comes home third. Riley Duncan comes home in second. Riley, you come home with another podium, and man, that last 5 laps was quite a battle.
Yeah, I'm happy. Ran my right front out a little bit there, so I was starting to get a little, and honestly, my rear tires there too. I was getting pretty loose towards the last few laps, but yeah, I'm happy.
Well, man, it was a great run, and I believe you came into tonight with the points lead, so that's definitely going to be a big help.
Yes, I think so as well. So can't ask for more.
Oh man, great job tonight, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm checking to see. We don't usually see Root available for interviews. And it does not look like Root is available at the moment. We'll try and get a word with him before the Tour Mod race, if possible. But folks, don't go anywhere. Okay, run to the snack bar. Well, while you're at the snack bar, make sure you share the stream. And we'll be back in just a few moments with tour mods here. If this got a little squirrely, man, those tour mods are going to get wild. Stick around, everybody.